Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm Nola from Serenidad Consulting in the Peace Ranch. Behind me, you can see beautiful landscape. I found a particularly pretty spot this morning to take this video, and I hope you enjoy the sounds of the birds. There are a number of beautiful native birds in the eucalypt trees around me and in these other smaller bushes that in springtime are going to burst forth with magnificent colour. I'm not far from Australia's national capital, and I just had a cup of coffee down the road at a little cafe, very cute place, and I noticed that people are starting to get really close. And whilst I think that's good that people are feeling comfortable to do so, I would caution folks to just maintain their risk management capability. As in Australia, we're coming into winter. COVID-19 has struck again in Victoria, and we know the devastating consequences of people going back to what they believe is normal activity too soon. And I would urge everybody to be patient while we work through in Australia the issues that we have around the rollout of vaccines. I myself, for instance, I have a history that prevents me from just readily going and having a jab. So I'm going to be chatting with my general practitioner in a couple of weeks to talk through the risks associated with having a vaccine, because one of the things for me is I actually don't want to die having a vaccine. And whilst that's the extreme end of the spectrum, these are all things that governments around the world need to be aware of, instead of pushing for people to just go and get vaccinated and using emotive tactics like it's patriotic or it's doing a service. Everybody on this earth is entitled to manage risks the best way they know possible. And we all have decisions that we need to make that are in our own best interest. And if it's something to do with life or death, quite frankly, my risk mitigation with regard to COVID has been primarily to distance and also to wear a mask. And I've not had a cold since about February last year. I am quite comfortable wearing a mask wherever I need to be. I walked into the cafe wearing a mask. I was the only person doing so. But at other times, I've chosen not to wear a mask, and I think that's okay for us to be understanding of individuals and the choices that they're going to make. I also want to talk to you about the episodes in life where we know that we're with somebody who loses control of a situation and they don't quite know how to handle it. On Friday, I was in a government work area, and one of our colleagues actually experienced quite a significant obstruction to being able to execute her work, and she was really taken aback by the information that she needed to get a hold of in the now was just not available, because from an information storage perspective it had been moved and she hadn't been told, she hadn't been given the new location. She was just surprised with this relatively catastrophic situation where all of her key information had literally disappeared. Now, everybody under certain circumstances will have what could be loosely called a meltdown. And whilst that particular colleague did know that she'd had a meltdown and was concerned about her own state of mind and was apologizing for her meltdown, if those of us around her had not stayed calm and sought to find a resolution, then the outcome for her going into the weekend and being able to have time out from work would have been very different, and her emotional state could not have necessarily restored to a level of tranquility. But within a short amount of time, we were able to allay some serious concerns that she had, give her an avenue to pursue to rectify the situation, and explain to her that all was not lost. And the key to it was us finding the first part of the solution quickly, and also remaining calm and remaining supportive. Now, across everything that we're doing, and I speak in real simple terms here, there is not one situation that we as human beings face, whether it's a threat that could take our life, whether it is a situation where we are in conflict with somebody, whether we're not able and we feel disempowered to choose our destiny. There is not one situation that you as a human cannot manage your way through. What you've got to do is understand that the power to resolve, to ensure that there's a decent outcome for yourself, the power is within you. And don't allow anybody else to take that power away. Over the coming weeks in the winter, in Australia here, we're heading into June, which is my birthday month, and I'm really happy to be a June baby. But it is cold here in Australia, where I'm located at the moment. It's cold in winter time. We're just about to head officially into winter. But what I'm going to do is use that time. I'll find some cozy little places if I can, and I will walk you through the focus on the individual. So you as a person, the things that you can do to empower yourself. So I'll use this time, these few months going forward, to focus on you, and then I'll step you into a different context where it's you and others more directly. So in your relationships with others, we'll delve into the detail of that. I trust you have a great week going forward. I love this time of year. No matter whether I'm in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, there's something about birthdays that make one feel alive and precious to humanity and precious to the world. And if you value each and every person around you and you value yourself, then your life will actually be a lot more positive as a result of that shift in mindset. Have a great week. I look forward to speaking with you again next weekend. Bye for now.